played. My job.
I was so focused, I never just hit people. I ran through them.
It was about fear, not having it, causing it.
It's about pride in holding your ground while imposing your will.
I believe in these Bears. Modern-day monsters of the Midway.
It feels like old times with the Niners. Lace them up, snap it on, and get it done.
Today, baby, we got a fight on our hands.
No matter the era or the stage.
Defense wins championships.
Chicago.
San Francisco.
Only one team can reign supreme in the NFC.
But defense rules on Monday Night Football.
How about those defensive legends to set the tone of division leaders as the North-leading Chicago Bears come to San Francisco to see the West-leading San Francisco 49ers. From venerable Candlestick, off we go with the Monday Night Football launch. Engineered by GMC. Set for a good one. Best game of the week. Hi, everybody. Mike Tirico, John Gruden, Lisa Salters down on the sideline. Well, undoubtedly, you know, Jay Cutler, the starting quarterback for the Bears. Alex Smith for the 49ers. Hurt last week. Concussions. They will not play. So, John, we turn to backups. Jason Campbell of Chicago. His 71st career start. Colin Kaepernick of San Francisco, his first.
Well, Colin Kaepernick has a lot of physical ability. He can run. He's got a rocket for an arm. He's extremely confident, and he knows what to do. But when I watched him play last week, I felt like I was on a roller coaster. Too many peaks, too many valleys in his play. He's going to have to be much more consistent against the Bears tonight. And Jason Campbell might be a quarterback that has a lot of experience, but he Bears offense. So offensive coordinator Mike Tice has catered the offense to Campbell's strengths. Jason Campbell has to find a way to ignite this Bear offense. They've been wildly inconsistent.
So we have backup quarterbacks, means we have unknowns. So you have to rely on the knowns, the stars of each offense.
That's a good thing for the Bears because they have Matt Forte, one of the best all-purpose backs in the NFL. He can run it, he can catch it. I think Chicago's going to go old school tonight. Two back sets and feature their great halfback. They also finally have a coveted go-to receiver in Brandon Marshall. His numbers speak for themselves. He has had a couple critical drops in the end zone. He's going to need to make all the plays tonight, Mike.
Now back to the Niners and Kaepernick. It's his first start. That means let's rely on the running game a little bit.
And Frank Gore gives the 49ers a star halfback they can feature as well. This is the #1 rushing attack in pro football, and right there is the big reason for that. Gore can run inside, outside. He can do it all. And they have found a young, emerging Crabtree. They're going to him in key situations. Third down, red zone. And I really expect the Chicago Bears are going to use Charles Tillman, their star corner, to go with him wherever he goes.
A lot of pressure on these quarterbacks tonight. A little bit of a rare situation as we go into the Verizon Red Zone. It's the first game in NFL history this late in the regular season between two first-place teams with each quarterback making his first start of the season. How will they do on this 62-degree night in San Francisco? You'll see it in HD, our high-definition telecast presented by Verizon. And the top two defenses in the league under the microscope in 30 seconds. Defensive stars all over the field tonight. Charles Tillman leads the league in forced fumbles. Lance Briggs having an all-pro season at linebacker. Could say the same thing about Navarro Bowman of the 49ers. Behind Aldon Smith, 4th in the NFL in sacks. Stars everywhere, and we didn't even mention Patrick Willis and Brian Urlacher as we turn the Miller Lite, Miller Time spotlight on both defenses. Start with San Francisco. What's special about their work up front?
Well, they're very physical. They're very talented. And these Smith brothers, it's not what they do individually, Mike. It's what they do together. And it's these line stunts, the TE stunts. The tackle goes first, and then the end comes screaming into the A-gap. Watch this. We used to practice them all the time. The tackle goes first, the end comes around. We get our linemen out there, pick up this tackle end stunt, or we're going to have trouble. But watch Justin Smith. The tackle goes first. He attracts a double, and Aldon Smith comes clean in the A-gap, and he ruins plays. Last week against the Rams, same thing. The tackle, Justin Smith takes a double. Off goes Aldon Smith unblocked in the A-gap. Great players individually, but when they play collectively like they do with these line stunts, it's hard to stop.
So that's one offense watching the front. The other offense has to watch out what's coming from behind when the Bears are on D.
You know I love blind pursuit. I chase you down in the hotel. I knock your lunch money out. I pick it up, off I go. I get free food. I love doing that to you.
Yeah,
the Bears have taken blind pursuit to another level. Watch a film any year. I mean, they run you down. They don't see it. Kaboom! They knock the ball out. Pick up another film. I don't care what it is. They throw the ball out there in the flat. Here comes Briggs and Urlacher, and pow! They knock another ball out, win the game. Lovie Smith. Here goes Frank Gore. There goes Tillman. Bam! He gets the ball out. The Bears have it again. Blind pursuit plays. Tennessee Titans. They knocked it out 7 times. Kapow! It's unbelievable, these Bears. You might think you're in good shape, Tirico. You got to catch. You're running for a touchdown. You better be careful of blind pursuit when you play the Chicago Bears.
Be careful of you up here. Let's go. It should be great. A lot of defense. The Bears and the Niners coming up on Monday Night Football.
You've been watching ESPN's Monday Night Football launch, engineered by GMC, the official vehicle of the NFL. ESPN welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It's Monday night, and it's out of control.
Candlestick Park, that iconic site here on the Point in San Francisco, set for the Bears and the Niners. Of course, the 49ers head coach Jim Harbaugh, former Bears first-round draft pick. Interesting week. Missed practice on Thursday to have a procedure to correct an irregular heartbeat. Lisa Salters has more.
Hey, Mike, well, it sounds serious, right? But Jim Harbaugh told us that it really wasn't. And I talked to 2 cardiologists, one from Johns Hopkins Hospital, the other from Howard University Hospital, and they said the same thing, that it really wasn't all that serious. Harbaugh has a condition called atrial flutter. It's when the chambers of your heart aren't synchronized and causes your heart to beat too fast. The procedure he had done actually shocked his heart back into rhythm. Harbaugh likened it to rebooting a computer. And again, the doctors said that's a very good analogy. He doesn't have to do anything differently. He can be as passionate as he always is on the sidelines. And Mike, you heard him. He told us he feels just fine now.
Yeah, Lisa came back to practice that day, surprising some of the players on the team. Ted Ginn Jr. back deep to receive the kickoff. Chicago won the toss, deferred the option in the second half, so it'll start in the hands of the Niners. And by the way, it is breezy as usual, swirling winds here at Candlestick, with a temperature at 61 degrees now at kickoff. Lovie Smith and the Bears stayed back in Chicago to watch the end of the Packers-Lions game and then took off. They're so obsessed with the division, trying to stay ahead of the Packers. Just a half game up in the North. Should be a great one. Off we go from Candlestick. The Robbie Gould kickoff from 2 deep. Teddy Ginn doesn't get to the 20. Down at the 17-yard line. And Geno Hayes' tackle brings Colin Kaepernick out as we have the players huddled around where the tackle happened. The typical pushing and shoving for an intense game. John, first ever start for the 25-year-old.
He's going to have his hands full tonight, but when you watch the 49ers on offense, you're going to see a sinister mindset, Mike. They physically take it to you with a vicious running game. I think they're hard to prepare for. A very thick playbook here in the Bay Area. You're going to see a lot of different kinds of plays tonight.
Opening drive from the 18. Kaepernick looks to the air right away, throwing towards Mario Manningham, the former Giant, with a flag down with the catch. The official who threw the flag was winding the clock, so that's got to stop. Happens in front of Chris Conti, the safety. Tony Correnti is our referee here tonight.
After the conclusion of the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 47. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Take a look at Conti come in here clearly late. Foolish penalty early in the game, but a great throw by Kaepernick, coming out firing.
Kaepernick was 11 of 17 in that second half in overtime of the tie against the Rams here at Candlestick last week. Randy Moss, the only receiver to the top. Here comes Frank Gore to the right, barely a yard. Tim Jennings and Nick Roach make the tackle. A lot of familiar names on John, the Bears defense, second in the league in points allowed.
Well, they have all the stats you're looking for. They thrive on taking the ball away, but they have a lot of experience, passion, and talent, and I think that's what distinguishes them. Great veteran players here, Peppers, Briggs, and Urlacher. And there's another one, Tillman.
With all those Bears crowding the box. 9 Bears up there. And Kaepernick's going to go up in the air for Vernon Davis. Got it at the 36-yard line. A gain of 23.
That's what the 49ers do. They get into these jumbo formations. They force you into an 8-man front, man-to-man situation. And when you do that, you get Major Wright, number 21, covering Vernon Davis. You fake the ball to Frank Gore, you come out firing, and Major Wright can't cover Vernon Davis. Man-to-man coverage, you get a clear out at the top of the screen, and Vernon Davis is a young man they need to get reacclimated in this 49er offense, Mike.
About 7 offensive linemen on the field for this play. It's a Gore run. And it's about 1 with Julius Peppers and Urlacher, perennial Pro Bowlers, on the tackle.
Well, Colin Kaepernick's off to a great start, throwing the ball on first down. The 49er play-action passing attack is a strong suit. And when you have a quarterback that can run and throw, that's a good thing. And the 49ers are running high-percentage passes. And when you start 2 for 2 as a young quarterback, it's great to be on the right track.
Motion from Bruce Miller, the fullback. Kaepernick, first look is open. It's Davis again. Vernon to the 23. You saw Peanut Tillman trying to pull the ball away as he brought Davis down.
Kaepernick looks like he's done this for 10 years. Play action passing on first down. Vernon Davis on the right side of your screen. Watch the timing. He flashes his eyes. The ball's thrown perfectly right out of the break. And Vernon Davis, he's probably happy with his first 15.
See Tillman coming in there with both hands.
Sure
Briggs
did.
had the man. I was going for the ball. Merry-go-round as they put Davis out alone to the top. And Kendall Hunter, the backup running back, through Urlacher's tackle. Another one. And he gained about 5. Briggs had the second shot. Neither one could get the second-year man out of Oklahoma State.
Boy, Mike, somewhere Bob McKittrick and Bill Walsh, old coaches of the 49ers, are smiling looking at this play. It's the old crack sweep. They ran this play with Roger Craig for years. You're going to see a crack block, a down block, and a guard pull. But with a crazy shift, the Bears don't see it. But this split-back run the 49ers made famous in their glory years is still going strong. Unbelievable that they're running that play. I haven't seen that since 1990.
And now they empty the backfield. They've opening script from the Niners. Kaepernick, yard shy of the first down. First grab of the night for Kyle Williams, familiar to Chicago folks, his dad Kenny, the executive vice president for the White Sox and a former outfielder.
Short yardage situation with a quarterback that can run like Colin Kaepernick. This is where the naked bootlegs are a strong suit. I don't know how many of these we saw the 49ers practice yesterday, but don't be surprised if Kaepernick comes out naked by himself on a bootleg.
Randy Moss alone to the top. 3rd and 1. They're going to throw. Looking for Davis in the end zone. Bears well aware of his presence down there in the red zone as Briggs and Wright were chasing. And it'll be a field goal attempt for the Niners.
Boy, gutty call. Tight red zone. Hard play action pass. They try to fool Major Wright and Briggs. And Lance Briggs does just enough to get back in coverage. Ball slightly overthrown.
37-year-old David Akers, all-pro kicker last year, made the 63-yarder early this season against Green Bay. but not the same success as he had last year. It's a 32-yarder. And an opening drive field goal for the Niners. Good drive for Kaepernick in his first start.
ESPN's Monday Night Football is brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. Experience truly great engineering today at your authorized dealer. LiftMaster garage door openers with battery backup. Get in your garage every time. And NFL Mobile. Get coverage of every NFL game while on the go. Learn more at NFL.com/mobile.
Quite a day across the bay in Oakland yesterday. Chucky back in the black hole, and John got to light that flame in honor of Al Davis. They've had many greats from the Raiders, recent and long time past. What a thrill it was for you to go back.
Those are some of the greatest memories I've had, Mike. Thrilled to be back, and for Mark Davis and Mrs. Davis to invite me back in the black hole, it was touching. I love those people.
They were thrilled to see you. That was the highlight of the day for the Raiders. New Orleans then went on to pound them. Kickoff by Akers with the win. No return for Devin Hester. Trying to make NFL history tonight with a 19th return for touchdown. Bears ball when you come back to the Bay. Number 2 in the Bears huddle is Jason Campbell. He started 70 NFL games, started last year across the Bay for the Raiders and played well, but then broke his collarbone. So Carson Palmer was acquired via trade. Campbell never saw the field, out for the season. Bears signed him to be the backup for Jay Cutler, and now he gets his first Chicago start. In the 20, it's Matt Forte to start on the ground and a pound for 4 yards. So they'll have to lean on Forte a bit here tonight, John.
Well, there's no question, Mike. Hand it to him, throw it to him. They're going to get into some loaded backfield sets and feature them. But I think the big question is, can they block the San Francisco 49ers front seven? This Bear offensive line has been very inconsistent, and the 49er front seven is for real.
Second down, second run. It's Forte following the fullback, Evan Rodriguez, a couple of yards shy of the first down. So Matt Forte, who really was such a focal point of this offense. John, touches are down a bit because Brandon Marshall's here. They're throwing it more, and Michael Bush is here. But it doesn't mean he's any less effective.
No, not at all. Now, he had an injury early. He got hurt against the Packers, missed some time. He's healthy now. But they can line him up anywhere in the backfield. He can motion into the slot. I expect 20 to 27 touches tonight for Forte.
Speaking of healthy, Alshon Jeffrey, the rookie out of South Carolina, missed a month with a broken hand. Top of your screen, he returns for the Bears. Beat the clock. 3rd and 2, Campbell. Nobody open, going down in the arms of Aldon Smith.
You know, when you miss time as a quarterback, sometimes the speed of the game catches up with you, especially early. That ball's thrown away, but it's Aldon Smith and Justin Smith pushing the pocket, stand, and those second effort sack plays that the Smith brothers continue to make have ignited this crowd in this 49er football team.
Punting a little tough right now. This is into the swirling wind, and Adam Podlish is having a tough time with his punts of late. They actually brought in 4 kickers this week. Put a little pressure on him. Bad kick. 37 yards, and Ted Ginn returns it 4 to the 49. The penalty marker down. Back in the middle of the field, and only 33 of net yardage there. And in a game where you figure points are at a premium, net punting is a huge unspoken stat here tonight.
It really is, and Podlish, as you pointed out, has really struggled to punt.
Holding, receiving team number 83. 10-yard penalty, first down.
A penalty on DeMarcus Dobbs will erase some of that good field position for the Niners' second drive. So there's Alex Smith, who cleared 1 level but did not clear the 2nd level of concussion testing to clear him for contact. And Dr. Dan Garza of the 49ers made that determination over the weekend. That was one of the 2 hits he suffered in the game early against St. Louis. Stayed in the game, threw a touchdown, but admitted coming to the sideline with some blurred vision and really understood, I can't help the team at this point, can't get my head clear. So went back. The concussion protocol was followed, As the league weighed in on that, Alex Smith did some participation in practice this week, but not ready to go. So he's out, and Colin Kaepernick is starting for the Niners. Number 37, Kaepernick first down throw caught by Delaney Walker. Very good Swiss Army knife of a player. Gain of 10.
Delaney Walker is a joker. He can line up in the backfield. He can line up as a wide receiver. That time he lines up as a flanker on the left side of your screen, and he runs a three-step slant route just like Jerry Rice used to run here. Amazing versatility for a tight end. He's a factor on special teams. He's a factor in any formation.
9.5, so it's second and short. And again, 7 offensive linemen for the 49ers. Gore met in the backfield. Stephen Paya starts it. Urlacher finishes. And from 2nd and 1, it's going to be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, Chicago's tired of seeing all these jumbo formations. They just get off the ball with great penetration. You see the second-year man, Stephen Paya, beat a block on the back door and stuff Frank Gore with good pursuit from Urlacher. And this is where Chicago wants to be, Mike. They're one of the top third down defenses in football, and San Francisco has been a very poor pass protection team.
That was a great play by Paya.
Great back door.
First time in Frank Gore's career he had a run for -6. 3rd and 7. Kaepernick has time, has a big arm. He's got Kyle Williams down the sideline. Williams to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, 49ers.
What a throw. Number 24, Hayden, is in the game, replacing Moore because of his coverage. Williams ran right by him, and Kaepernick makes another perfect throw. Great protection by the 49ers. To the wide side of the field, he drops his dime in there perfectly. But Kaepernick is on fire, and Kevin Williams beats the 3rd corner of the Chicago Bears. It just goes to show you all the weapons that the 49ers have.
Yeah, Harbaugh loves it. 57, longest reception of Williams' career. 1st and goal from the 3. Play pass, Kaepernick. Touchdown, Davis.
I know Chicago hasn't played well in Candlestick in a long time, and right now, Colin Kaepernick, the 2nd-year quarterback from Nevada, Reno, is taking it to the Chicago Bears. Great poise in the pocket. He resets, he lets the route develop, and Vernon Davis, who leaked out late, uncovers beautifully for 6.
Surprised?
I'm shocked. I see why they traded up to get Kaepernick. This Harbaugh really is a good coach, isn't he, Mike?
Great mix of offense here in this opening. First 8 minutes, 7 of 8 for Kaepernick, 114 yards. And against the vaunted Bears defense on Monday Night Football, Colin Kaepernick has his first career NFL touchdown pass. 10-0, San Francisco. Boy, the college football season has a massive showdown Saturday. Michigan, Ohio State Buckeyes going up for the undefeated season. Florida still in the championship picture against the Seminoles, and Notre Dame essentially in a semifinal. Beat USC in the Coliseum, play in the BCS National Championship game. It is Saturday. What a 3-game slate for you on your ABC station. What a start for the 49ers. 10-0, and here comes Devin Hester. Seeking space shy of the 20-yard line. Tavares Gooden with a special team stop. John Kaepernick just on point, killing plays at the line of scrimmage, in control of the game here early on, and pinpoint with the passing too.
And they have come out aggressive, Mike, early in the game. First play of the game to the wide side of the field. Good reset. He finds Manningham. Then he shows good poise in the pocket, drops a corner route perfectly to Vernon Davis. And then the 3rd down play, you can't throw the ball better to Kyle Williams. And then on the goal line, he gets to his 3rd receiver, Vernon Davis, for a touchdown. What a start.
Bears need to stabilize here, and Forte with a nice hard run to the 27-yard line, and Patrick Willis bends Matt backwards.
Important that the Bears have success on first down. They have been the worst first down team in the league this year. You're going to see a counter play that the Bears haven't run. You're going to see the left guard, Rodriguez, the fullback pull. Little misdirection play that Mike Tice put in for this game. They haven't run that play all year. You're going to see that 2 or 3 different ways tonight.
Second and 3 for Tay. That first down out by the 30-yard line. Justin Smith's helmet comes off as he contributes with the stop. Justin Smith is the San Francisco defense, John, toughest to score on thus far in the NFL this year.
You know, I get sore watching these guys on tape, Mike. I can just feel the hits. They don't give up points. They don't give up big plays. They're outstanding against the pass, and they rarely substitute. Keep an eye on this at home tonight. Aldon Smith, Justin Smith, Willis, and Bowman, they will not leave the field ever.
After the Bears' first down of the night, Campbell to the air. There's Alshon Jeffrey. Good-looking rookie out of South Carolina. Broke his right hand. Missed 4 games. Now back in the lineup, and the Bears were thrilled with his practice this week.
I'll say he was off to a great start. He got hurt in the Jacksonville Jaguar game catching a touchdown pass, and they've missed his size and playmaking on 3rd down and in the red zone. Great to see him. He'll look good on the other side of Brandon Marshall. 2 monsters at wide receiver.
Here's Marshall, 4th in the league, 67 receptions thus far. 2nd and 1. We're along with Forte. Going to be shy of the 40. It's shy of the first down as Isaac Sopoaga off the nose. Shut it down.
Sopoaga, I've seen him play offense. He's having a lot of fun here. Long-time 49er. They jump into these 8-man fronts with Dante Whitner, the strong safety, and they try to get some single blocks for Sopoaga. He's getting doubled. He gets off a block. How about that play? Jumbo, you see Jonathan Scott, number 79, in the game as an eligible tight end for the Chicago Bears. This is as much beef as the Bears have on offense.
Usually like Michael Bush in these situations, they'll go with Forte. A nice job seeking the space and gets the first down over at the 41-yard line. First time at one of those 3rd and 1s that Forte has picked it up. Bush was 7 of 9 in those situations coming in.
Well, Bush fumbled last week on 3rd and 1 against the Houston Texans. He ripped through a big hole and got stripped. Don't turn the ball over or you won't carry it very often in Chicago, but I like what the Bears have done. Be persistent with the running game, high percentage throws, and they're going to force the 49ers to sneak into an 8-man front sooner or later, and they'll take their shot with Marshall.
First down throw, Campbell. It's complete. Stripped as Evan Rodriguez never had it by Patrick Willis. So it's ruled incomplete.
You know, defensive coordinator Vic Fangio has a plan for Brandon Marshall. He saw the stat sheet. Marshall has 67 catches. No one else has any. So let's put Terrell Brown inside underneath and cut Golston over the top. Let's double Brandon Marshall, and let's make somebody else beat us like Evan Rodriguez. Vic Fangio, the defensive coordinator of the 49ers, vastly underrated. He sees the game as an offensive coach. He knows how to break down an opponent.
Devin Hester in the game in motion for the Bears. He's just a ghost. He's not getting it. Bush did. And Justin Smith stopped him. Virtually no gain.
How does Justin Smith get stronger and faster as the years go by? People forgot he played 7 years in Cincinnati. This ball's going to go off tackle to the right. Smith beats a block on a backside, makes another tackle. Had over 100 of those last year. Sacks, strips, forced fumbles. He never comes off the field. He's my favorite Gruden grinder in pro football. I'd take 7 of those.
Third and 9. Niners bring 4. Campbell's throw is broken up by Willis. Trying to dial up Forte out of the backfield. And Patrick Willis with a great knockaway.
Where do you go with the football? Niners have matchups everywhere. You want to go one-on-one with Forte? It sounds good in the meeting room, but no. The 49ers match up as good underneath in coverage as any football team in business. And if Kaepernick keeps playing like this, I'm picking the 49ers to go all the way, Mike.
Good kick, Podlish. In goes back. Dies inside the 5.
Great play.
And down by the Bears successfully. First touched at the 3. So Podlish very good as Eric Weems got down there to keep it a long field after the 53-yard punt. 10-0 Niners. Let's talk a little ball. You're the starting offense. I'm the scout team defense. How do I help you get prepared during a week of practice?
Well, I got all these cards with the plays I want to practice.
Right.
So I hold it up and you execute the plays. The problem is, if I'm Lovie Smith, I don't know what plays to put on this sheet because they have so many different kinds of offense. You practice against 3 tight ends, 2 tight ends, no tight ends, power gap schemes, zone runs. I don't know what to put on these cards.
It's the diversity of the 49ers, part of their success. Here the last 2 years under Jim Harbaugh, and Frank Gore has been the beneficiary of that 13 hard yards for the first down.
I don't know what plays the 49ers are running. This is a West Coast offense extraordinaire. I'll see read options, speed options, shotgun pistol plays, trap plays, bizarre toss plays, zone schemes, zap schemes. You'll see vintage West Coast runs. You saw one earlier. Unbalanced lines, shifts, audibles, dummy snap counts. I don't know how Jim Harbaugh, Coach Roman, the offensive coordinator, get all this stuff practiced and executed.
There's Kaepernick killing a play, getting to another one as we're in the final minute of the quarter. And he throws towards Randy Moss. Gain of 12, first down at the 29-yard line. Catch 16 of the year for the future Hall of Famer.
That's all Colin Kaepernick. They put Moss in motion. They load the formation. He sees a single safety defense, and he killed that play to a slant route. A slant pattern is great. Watch this. Alert, alert, alert. Let's get to the slant pattern and throw it to Randy Moss against one-on-one coverage. This kid's doing it with his arm and his mind. Very impressive.
Back first downs picked up. Frank Gore gets 7 yards, and that'll bring the first quarter dominated by the 49ers to an end. 141 yards for San Francisco, 22 for the Bears, and 10-0. Quarter number 2, division leaders meeting on Monday Night Football. Mike Tirico, John Gruden, Lisa Salters. Dominant offensive start for the 49ers, up 10-0. Empty the backfield for Colin Kaepernick. His second down throw is caught in stride. It's Davis again. Vernon Davis, huge start to the game in front of Chris Conte, a first down.
5 straight completions, and left guard Mike Iupati does a great job giving Kaepernick protection to step up and throw another bullet. Perfect rhythm, clean pocket, great throw. And Vernon Davis is having a field day no matter who covers him. This time it's Briggs. He got Major right earlier. Great pass protection, route distribution, and the throws. Can't be any better.
Guy caught 9 balls last 4 games. He's got 4 in the first quarter in a play tonight. Gore to daylight to the 19, and they are shredding the Bears.
Cal. Here's a 3-back set. You're going to see the fullback come across in motion. It's a double lead wham play off the right side. Bang, kick out, lead through, and Frank Gore's all the way to the safety. These are plays there's no way Rod Marinelli and Lovie Smith could have put on a card and prepared the Bears for. I've never seen these plays run before.
2 fullbacks back there, Tukuafu and Bruce Miller. And the backfield full again, and Kaepernick's up top, slant through the hands of Randy Moss, and incomplete.
to get the running game going. I think the 49ers have as good a play-action passing attack as there is in football. That time, all the linebackers step up. Randy's wide open on an inside post pattern. Got to catch it.
You see, he may have injured a finger there. That is the one thing with Kaepernick. Vernon Davis telling me on Saturday, got to be careful. He has a huge arm, gets on you much quicker. With boot, touch to the end zone, overthrows Delaney Walker. And back-to-back incompletions after the great start. Penalty marker in the secondary for holding. It's on the opposite side of the play.
Holding, defense, number 21. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And Major Wright can't hang with Vernon Davis again.
No, and Nick Roach, number 53, has to run with the tight end, is very talented as well. And Delaney Walker, these loaded tight end formations have forced Chicago into more man-to-man, I think, than they want to play against the 49ers.
To the line quick, jumbo formation. Gore tried to leap over Tim Jennings, who throws him down.
Mike Iupati, the left guard of the San Francisco 49ers. You want to know what a pancake block is? That's about the third one the young left guard has had. He's just throwing Bears out of the way and having fun. These San Francisco 49ers up front. A lot of first-rounders in there. Good run blockers, very athletic, and they love to thump you.
Second and 10, Hunter up the middle. Kendall Hunter, another one to the end zone and in. 49er touchdown.
Colin Kaepernick. That play came out of the Nevada-Reno pistol spread option. That's a read option he ran at Reno, and he's running it here in San Francisco. They don't even block Corey Wooten, the right defensive end. He read him the whole way. Great decision by Kaepernick, and I say give it to him.
Yep, automatically checked upstairs. Scoring play.
Chicago doesn't know what hit him. Look at their sideline. They are stunned.
Yes, they are. Arm comes down. Ball comes right to the point there, and it has been confirmed upstairs quickly. I got a whistle. This whistle is not for going upstairs. It's
False
movement.
start. Offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
A bit surprised they didn't take a little longer look at that touchdown. For Hunter, it is his second on the season. And the Bears have given up 10 yards of play. 20 plays, 207 yards.
I can't believe it.
Akers knocks through the extra point. 3 drives, 3 scores. The largest deficit the Bears defense has faced last year or this in the first half.
ESPN's Monday Night Football is brought to you by GMC. Enter the Never Say Never sweepstakes for a chance to win a 2013 GMC vehicle at gmc.com/NFL. Assassin's Creed 3 in stores now. And ESPNshop.com, where you can get all of your official NFL sideline gear.
One of America's most scenic, picturesque cities, San Francisco. Aerial coverage tonight brought to you by DirecTV. It's been a direct punch in the gut for the Bears. Wow. 17-0 on the ropes. Devin Hester hasn't taken a kickoff back in over a year. One thing with the Bears, because of Hester's ability, teams have been kicking away, and they've gotten good field position throughout this season. Akers knocks it a yard deep, and here comes Devin. It's hit hard as Hester bounces to the outside. He's pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A flag down behind the play. The play was well over, and we had a couple of 49ers and Bears pushing 20 yards from the out-of-bounds spot.
Well, C.J. Spillman, number 27, a foolish late hit.
After the conclusion of the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Kicking team number 27. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Take the Bears out near the 40. Need something to get going. down 17. Last Sunday night at home, Bears lost to Houston, snapping their 6-game win streak, and now Chicago on the ropes against another one of the very good teams in the NFL. 3 drives, 3 scores for the Niners. This is the Bears' 3rd drive. And the first down, Jason Campbell fumble as he's brought down from behind Aldon Smith, who already has a sack. Adds to the stats.
Well, Aldon Smith is unblockable. You're going to see Webb, number 73, open up to try to block him. And Marcus Webb, his hands more in pass protection, but that time Campbell saw one-on-one coverage. He gave Marshall a hand signal, and before he could set his feet, Aldon Smith was in his face.
2 sacks for Smith, 11.5 on the year. Forte barely gets the sack yardage back. Chicago's offense looking to hit a stride. They're without Jay Cutler. Their starting quarterback took this hit from Tim Dobbins of the Texans. Late first half last week, he stayed in 7 more snaps and started feeling those concussion-type symptoms at halftime. And much like the Alex Smith situation with San Francisco, NFL did say this week proper protocol was followed. Cutler didn't come back for the second half. Out this week. Didn't travel with the team, but said to be feeling better as the week went on. When we talked to Lovie Smith last night. 3rd and 12, 4-man rush. And Campbell's throw is intercepted. It was waiting out there for Terrell Brown. His first of the year and the first turnover of the game for the Niners.
These 49ers got sick of us asking how the Bears get all the turnovers. Where's the 49er turnovers? Terrell Brown said, here you go. Big interception. Jump the route.
That was 10th interception of Terrell Brown's career, and the Niners have the ball in great field position with their offense embarrassing Urlacher and the Bears defense to this point. Just drove 96 yards for a touchdown. The 44 Kaepernick quick hitter. Gore up the middle again. 14 yards, so Chris Conte made a saving tackle.
How would you like to see a wham play? I'll show you why they call it a wham. Here comes McDonald in motion, and he's going to wham the nose tackle. He never sees McDonald coming. Boy, is that great execution. 49ers got it going on in this running game, Mike. Wham plays, perimeter crack sweeps, incredible array of formations and plays.
Averaging a first down every play. It's on just a reasonable game. Gore for 3. Let's go back to the interception, John.
Well, when you throw an outside breaking route, everything has to be exact. Timing, location, and the wide receiver has to get the cornerback out of his pedal. I thought Campbell was late. He took a 5-step drop. You have to see that Devin Hester didn't get Terrell Brown out of his back pedal. That's a bad decision. I thought the footwork was a little bit late. And if you make mistakes on outside breaking routes in this league, you're in trouble.
2nd and 7, a little trick here. Kendall Hunter looked to load it up and throw. Wasn't open, so he pulls it down and runs. He'll take the loss of 4 yards with Nick Roach.
49ers got to be a little bit careful. Sometimes you get too cute, Mike. They have a chance to really push Chicago away. With this defense and this type of a lead against a backup quarterback, you want to make sure you get points in this type of field position. Big 3rd down. They definitely want to get something on the board.
No team has forced more turnovers in the NFL than the Bears, with 30, in desperate need of changing the flow of the game here. Whistles on 3rd and 11. And will cost the Niners 5. Oh, timeout first. Timeout.
Timeout. Chicago. This is their first.
We both watched the same thing, watching the play clock run down.
There was.
Bears confused, needed a timeout. for the next 5 on the road for San Francisco. So the Niner fans trying to send their team away with a victory and maintain their edge over Seattle. Seahawks are second in this division at 6-4. Niners trying to 7-2-1 after that tie last week. Kaepernick, good command of the game at the line. 3rd and 11. Urlacher blitzes. Briggs gets out of there. Crabtree the catch on a first down. Still going to the 12. Gain of 19.
Kaepernick audibled again, Mike. He saw the all-out blitz. You can hear him up here screaming, alert, alert, alert. That changes the protection. It changes the route. He throws a sharp slant to your right against Major Wright. But he makes sure everybody gets his communication, throws a bullet, and Major Wright can't make the tackle. I love the way Crabtree is progressing, Mike.
It's a butt kicking. 24 plays by the Niners. 10 of them have gone more than 10 yards. Frank Gore, Urlacher comes across and erases it for a loss of 3.
Brian Urlacher missed a lot of training camp with that knee injury, is working himself back into condition. That time he showcased, he showcased some real stuff scraping around the horn here, Mike. Great job making a lateral play in an open field tackle.
Injured that knee the very last week of last season, had MCL and PCL, his 2 ligaments, surgery. Slow to get back through training camp, the preseason, and admittedly during the regular season. Now he feels like he's close to making his typical plays. Everybody else around him has.
All-out blitz look, and Kaepernick changed the play again.
And Harbaugh was watching the play clock as all that was going on. The former Bear quarterback hustled down to call timeout. This season and next season at Candlestick Park, and then the 49ers will move to Santa Clara, where they have their headquarters. But how many games have you sat back and watched, if you're in your 30s and 40s and up? Some great moments and great football in this iconic ballpark. 17-0, about halfway through the second. On second down, Kaepernick rolling and running. And he got some of the yards they lost on first down back with that scramble.
Well, these are designed runs for Kaepernick. These are the plays that we used to toss to a tailback, but they're treating Kaepernick like a tailback. They got a crack toss blocking scheme with Kaepernick carrying the football.
Now, John, that's what we saw him do when he played when Alex Smith was healthy earlier in the season. Do you think we'll see much of that now that he's the starting quarterback?
What I'm seeing tonight is you can call any play you can dream up with Colin Kaepernick.
Beats the play clock, 3rd and 11. Kaepernick hit. Israel Adonijah gets to him along with Corey Wooten for a big sack.
Well, they've been blitzing, all-out blitzing Kaepernick throughout this series. That time the Bears fooled them. You're going to see all these Chicago Bears up in the line of scrimmage with man-to-man coverage, and right before the ball snap, watch the Bears bail out in coverage. Kaepernick can't find an open receiver, and he gets hit hard by Adonijah and Wooten. Great disguise by the Bear defense.
A double clutch. I don't know how the ball didn't come out. Did a good job of pulling it down from 37. Akers knocks it through. 4 drives, 4 scores. Kaepernick takes the sack, but the Niners take the field goal. Veteran center Jonathan Goodwin, who was with the Saints, comes up for a word with Colin Kaepernick. First NFL start. As you said, John, they moved up to get him in the 2nd round last year. Really put him in developmental mode other than the wild cap, as they called it, with his plays. Remember the Jets game this year? He out-Tebowed the team with Tebow. They ran a bunch of the plays the Jets had been running quite successfully.
It's not the Washington Generals he's doing it against either.
No. His kick is short, and is Hester from the 10. Devin Hester seeking space and gets out to the 30-yard line with that return. So let's go back to a background. This kid, when he was in 4th grade, he had written a letter, one of those school assignments, said, I hope to play for the San Francisco 49ers or the Green Bay Packers one day. What did he do at Nevada that impressed you as he started his college career as a multi-threat?
Well, he tore up college football. Not only did he throw for 10,000, he ran for 4,000. He dominated NCAA football, and you have to credit Jim Harbaugh for moving up to get him and developing him. He's clearly well on his way.
And Jason Campbell and the Bears trying to find something. What a first half Justin Smith is having. Fourth time we've called his name, solo tackle.
Justin Smith, the Cowboy from Missouri. If they don't clean up their backside blocking, Matt Forte's not going to be in the game very long. Watch number 94. Again, it's Ray Schall, the left guard. He's going to beat him across his face and make a routine tackle. I don't know who's blocking him, Webb or Ray Schall. Problems on the backside.
Nothing again. Navarro Bowman and Patrick Willis. Those two inside linebackers came into this game tonight fully aware that the gold standard for the last few years at that position are lacking.
Well, this is ridiculous. If you don't block Navarro Bowman, you're going to be on a highlight reel. Watch number 53 on this weak side run. I don't know who's assigned to him. Garza, the center, backside guard. I have no idea, but the Chicago Bears are getting it taken to them right now.
Forte lost a yard. Patrick Willis again.
The Chicago Bear offensive line, they better go see Coach Tice and get some answers. That time a screen pass in a predictable situation, and Patrick Willis shows his open field ability. I did not see this coming, Mike.
Chicago, 17 plays, 19 yards. And that's Teddy getting back for the Podlish punt. It's a good one, but Guinness space. Returns 48. Made the first man miss. Often the key to a good return, but the Bears were right there to push him out at 35-yard line.
The Chicago Bears have had problems with this offensive line all year. You remember Jamarcus Webb's struggles against Clay Matthews, and it wasn't just this game. It's been every film that you pick up. Lance Lewis at right guard struggling with Ndamukong Suh. Their mistakes are being made. Quarterbacks are getting hit hard. There's nowhere to run. Gabe Karimi at right tackle has committed penalties. He's struggled in pass protection. And right now the Chicago Bears can't always rely on their defense. These offensive linemen have to get it together and find a way to string a drive together, or they're in real trouble, Mike.
Well, we picked up 2 first downs here on the night. Kendall Hunter, the back. Kaepernick goes right to him. Gain a couple of yards. You can see Tillman went over there with the hatchet trying to get to the ball as well as the man.
And this is the best I've seen the 49ers pass protect. They've struggled themselves as pass protectors. But when you look in that 49er huddle, you see Joe Staley, 74 at left tackle. Anthony Davis at right tackle. Upati at left guard. 3 first-rounders. In the center, Jonathan Goodwin is a world champion. Has started 61 straight games. They're strong up front.
Frank Gore is chased down from behind by Nick Roach. Gained about 3 yards.
Hard for these Chicago Bears, as great as they are, to find the football. That time a counter play, and you see Lance Briggs desperately trying to find Frank Gore. Hard to do. These Bears haven't seen a lot of these plays, but you're going to see a counter play to your right side. Watch Briggs desperately try to find the football. 49ers are driving these 2 veterans crazy.
7 receivers have caught it, 3 different ball carriers. Really just hard to get a key on what the Niners are doing offensively. Kaepernick trying to step up, take off, takes the hit right near the first down line. Henry Melton along with Briggs, and let's check the mark there right around the 44. Marked short. As Melton is slow to get up for the Bears. So he gets up, measurement. Chain gang coming in.
A little bit short, I think, Mike. Jim Harbaugh. Might send his offense out there and try to lure the Bears off sides. Let's see what he does. Look at these 49ers special teams. Look who they're using. Both of these teams use starting players. 38, Deshaun Goldson. Pro Bowl safeties, the up, back, and punt protection.
Bears have to burn a timeout here. They were trying to get the defense on, figure out if they're going to be in punt safe to protect against a fake. They had about 15 Bears on the field as Andy Lee was getting in position, so they take their second timeout. We mentioned this massive lineup on Saturday. Ohio State unbeaten, and this is their last game as they take their bowl ban against Michigan in the game, then Florida and Florida State. Strange things happen. The Gators could find themselves in the national championship game, but the Irish know Anti-Te'o and company win and in it. Matt Barkley out for USC, all on your ABC station on Showdown Saturday. And speaking of college football, a lot of the picture in college football got changed by what happened up in Eugene. Stanford, the team that used to be coached by Jim Harbaugh. A lot of the people on his staff, Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator. But credit the coach who's still there, who's done a pretty good job.
It's about time David Shaw, the head coach at Stanford, gets some credit. He's doing it without Andrew Luck, by the way, Mike. Great win by the Stanford Cardinal on the road last Saturday night.
And now Lee set the NFL record for net punting last year. Combination of great hang time, directional kicking, and perfect coverage. And to a T, it's done there. 46 no return yards for Jim Harbaugh's punter. Here's Jim Harbaugh wearing that famed Michigan helmet. First round pick of the Bears, 1987. His first pass came on Monday Night Football right here against the Niners. And there are his numbers. Still has the Bears record, I should say, for attempts and completions. Up there on the passing yards list as well. Jim Harbaugh's days with Chicago, and then many of those days with Coach Mike Ditka. So important, along with Jim's dad, Jack, in forming the foundation for this very successful first 2 years as a head coach. One timeout for Chicago, 2:34 to go. Gamble pulls it down as he goes down. They just bull rushed the left side of that Bears offensive line with the Smith brothers.
The San Francisco Smiths, Mike. They just ran right through the Chicago Bears like they weren't even there. Watch this on your left side. Justin Smith is inside. It's that E.T. stunt. That time Alden went first. Justin went second.
John, if they give that as a full sack to Alden, that is his third.
Why don't you give them both a sack, Mike? Give them both a sack. They got there at the same time.
I don't have that power to do half sacks, full sacks. People above us take care of that. Shadow of their own goalpost. The Bears have had a huge struggle here on the night. 18 plays, they only have 13 yards in the game. Forte only adds 2 to it as Ahmad Brooks. I think San Francisco is going to use the timeout to preserve time with 1:54 to go.
Ahmad Brooks came from the backside and raced this play down. You see it, number 55. What's that song I like? We Will Rock You, Mike?
Yes, it is.
That's what the 49ers are doing to the Chicago Bears. They are rocking Chicago on both sides of the ball.
Toyota halftime show coming up. Chris Berman, Chris Mortensen, Adam Schefter. Listen in. Matt Ryan, despite the 6 turnovers by the Falcons, 1. Gronk out with his arm injury. They'll update that. Other injuries as well. And Ed Reed, surprising late afternoon story today. His suspension. A lot of news out of Pittsburgh as well. Guys will have it on the Toyota halftime show. Saw 87 for the Bears. Kellen Davis on that last play get rolled up on. And he has been helped off with the trainers. Limped to the sideline. Alshon Jeffrey, Brandon Marshall. Very quiet as Campbell has struggled. 2 of 5 in this first half. Out of his own end zone. Campbell throwing sideline. Nothing close. Marshall blanketed.
You know, for a receiver that's been the most targeted wide out in football, Brandon Marshall's had no chance tonight. He's drawing double coverage. Watch him inside release. He pushes up the field. There's Terrell Brown underneath him. Here comes a Pro Bowler Goldson over the top. They're frustrating Marshall.
Adam Podlish is punting. Could be great field position here as Ted Ginn stands just inside midfield. Sent back to his own 40. Picked up a good first block, trying to turn the corner here. Flag down. Ginn out of bounds at the 41.
We got Dixon, I believe. Questionable call on Dixon. I thought he made a great block.
During the return of the kick, illegal block in the back, receiving team number 24, 10-yard penalty, first down.
We're watching the same thing up here, John. It was very close. Here's Dixon against Nick Roach. Roach just able to roll that shoulder and sell it. The hands going up in the air. So I'll take it back to the 38-yard line. Niners with one timeout and 99 seconds.
Let's see Kaepernick get into the 2-minute drill. He's done everything else right.
Sure is. 3 receivers. And the first throw is the easy one to Vernon Davis. Across the 40-yard line, 41.
And here goes the young quarterback, giving the formation to his teammates.
Little run by Gore. Good job of chasing him down by Kelvin Hayden, the nickel back for the Bears. San Francisco 20-0 lead. Kind of being smart here without taking too many risks just at this position on the field.
Short yardage, a great time to take a shot. You see single safety, man-to-man coverage.
3rd and 2. Plenty of time for Kaepernick, and incomplete as Michael Crabtree couldn't pull down the low pass. Charles Tillman on coverage. And it's a 3-and-out for the first time for San Francisco here tonight.
Very important that the Bears got off the field right there. And Pro Bowl punter Andy Lee, I don't know how he does it in these swirling winds. I used to stand down there with Barry Helton, our old punter of the 49ers, and I said, how do you go out there and punt in these winds? It's incredible, the production.
Andy told me on the field before the game earlier this year, looked up at the ribbons, took the snap, and the direction of the wind changed from when he looked up to when he looked down. Hester got his hands on it at the 13. A return straight up to the 22-yard line. Devin Hester's not been able to find those, as the flag is down, those cracks and creases that he had hit for those game-changing returns for the Bears in the earlier part of his career.
Just look out in that Bear huddle. I just feel like they're dragging. I know they're way behind. They got to pick it up.
During the kick, holding, receiving team number 52. 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the kick. First down.
Former Niner Blake Costanzo.
That's not where you want to be.
Yeah, I thought we were going to see more with Jason Campbell. I thought we were going to see a little bit sharper offense. And the first thing for Lovie Smith team, they haven't been able to establish a run. And the 49ers have dominated the line of scrimmage, which has erased any of your hopes in the meeting room to start the week.
Minus 13 yards passing. I haven't seen that number since I played quarterback.
Come on. Better than that at Dayton. Just one timeout for the Bears. 42 seconds here in the half. We're trying to get an adjustment on that far side with Campbell. And Alshon Jeffrey at the top. The underneath throw is caught by Earl Bennett. Bowman and Willis. Welcome to the inside backer position here in San Francisco.
You think? This tremendous range. And these two couldn't wait to take the field with Brian Urlacher and Lance Briggs. They wanted to show them who the best young linebackers are in football.
Campbell throws to the sideline to Jeffrey. It's complete and out of bounds with 12 seconds left.
Not quite sure about this play calling. I mean, if you're going to drop back and throw it in this field position, throw it down the field, but 4 to 6 yard patterns, outside breaking routes, be very careful. The last thing you need here is another turnover.
You know, one thing that Mike Tice was telling us last night, he wanted to get Campbell into a rhythm. Phil, he's a rhythm quarterback, just trying to get him going a little bit. And they've not even come close here tonight. So Forte will run, and that should run out the clock here in the first half. Let's see, 5 seconds left. Puts it downfield. The clock stopped at 3 for a second for some reason, but now it rolls off. First half dominated by Colin Kaepernick and the 49ers. Bears get the ball to start. They're in a 20-point hole. Here's Chris Berman, Toyota halftime show.
You always got to try to outmaneuver people with toughness and intensity.
Not them, not nobody.
Well, you got to remember that emotion is all about his.
If someone gets into your way, naturally you're going to try to beat them as bad or as hard as you could to make the play.
Every time I watch the 49ers, it's incredible their passion for being destructive.
Well, those two defensive legends, one's enjoying watching Ronnie Lott. Dick Butkus and the Chicago fans not so sure. 20-0 at the half. The Niners on top of the Bears. Third quarter here from Candlestick Point. Candlestick Park, San Francisco. Mike Tirico, John Gruden, Lisa Salters. You know, it was 24-0. We were up in San Diego, down in San Diego, excuse me. And Peyton Manning in Denver came flying back and won 35-24. I know Peyton Manning's not over there, but is there any hope for the Bears?
Doesn't look good.
No,
it doesn't look good. The only chance the Bears have is take this kickoff, go do something with the football. Give your defense some motivation to go out there and get a turnover, which they clearly have done in the first half of the season. But so far, this offense hasn't done anything. And a lot of that has to do with the 49er defense.
Yeah, and let's flip it over because we saw Colin Kaepernick at practice. We've talked about him and seen him a lot. Did you expect anything close to what he did the first half?
No, I didn't on the stat sheet. But what really shocked me is the amount of offense that he executed. I saw every formation I've ever seen. I saw him audibling. I saw him make great decisions. Clearly, he's a lot different quarterback after that extended playing time he got last week against the Rams, and he is doing it against a heck of a defense.
There's Devin Hester. 17 times he's brought back a kick or punt for a touchdown. Also has a missed field goal return for touchdown. That's 18 returns for touchdown in his career. Not going to touch this one. Touch back. Big foot from David Akers. Here's Lisa Salters.
Hey, Mike, well, I just talked to Lovie Smith, and he said, you know what, we got to get something going offensively. One score, something just to create some momentum. I asked him about slowing down Colin Kaepernick, and he said, yeah, he had a really good first half. He completed those first couple of passes, and that really threw us off. He said, but our bigger problem was we weren't able to stop the run. We're lucky we're only down by 20. Jim Harbaugh, I asked him what he said, quarterback to quarterback, that has the kid playing like this. He said he had a good half of football. He just has to go finish it off. Mike?
All right, Lisa, thank you. Jason Campbell and the Bears offense really bad in the first half. Start with a Matt Forte run for 4. Who was good in the first half?
Well, see San Francisco Smiths, both of them. Alden Smith. Watch him on a pass rush move. He just works Jamarcus Webb. He's just out competing them. And then Justin Smith. Watch him get off the ball and chase Forte down on the backside, and then they work together on an ET stunt. Alden goes first, Justin goes second, and they meet at the quarterback.
Forte run up the middle. It's the 27-yard line. And then, John, the inside linebacking pair of Bowman and Willis, when they've actually gotten to that level, they've been erasers as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a young defensive coach at any level of football, get on a plane, come out here and watch the 49ers practice. It's amazing the execution and the precision of all 11 of them. And they never come off the field.
Brandon Marshall in the slot. On 3rd and 3, Campbell. Another sack for Alden Smith. What a night he's having.
Last time we were here, Alden Smith literally turned out the lights on Ben Roethlisberger. Chicago can't block him. I mean, he makes Gabe Karimi look real bad. I don't know if Karimi ever touched him. Watch this inside move.
Wow. Sack number 4 on the night for Alden Smith, moving to the top of the NFL sack list with his performance here tonight. 3 and out for the Bears. Poor punt by Podlish. Ginn on the bounce, tied up, and brought down. Zach Bowman made the tackle. Alden Smith's been making a bunch of tackles tonight.
ESPN's Monday Night Football is brought to you by iShares. Visit iShares.com to learn more. Verizon, more 4G LTE coverage than all other networks combined. State Farm, for auto, home, life, and banking. Get to a better state. And Toyota Care, complimentary on every new Toyota.
Those are the stars of our show. Everybody works behind the scenes. All the camera operators, some of the best looks in any sport, anywhere. Our Monday Night Football crew as we continue our trip across America here in 2012. Watching Colin Kaepernick's first NFL start. Adjusted the first play of the half twice, and it's a Frank Gore give to the left. Bringing up the right stuff, 11 first down yards.
Look at all the formations the 49ers ran in the first half. 2 backs and a tight end. Call it 21 personnel. Here's 2 backs and 2 tight ends. We called it 22. Now there's 3 tight ends, but one of them was 350-pound Leonard Davis. Then they brought in 4 tight ends, Kilgore and Leonard Davis together. How about the power I formation and the T formation? I've seen it all tonight, Mike. And they continue to spread out. And then how about this cowboy genuflex shift right there?
The first down throw by Kaepernick caught, and there goes Manningham. Mario Manningham, 20, and out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Right through Tim Jennings' tackle. And the gain was 37.
It's the slant pattern, and the third one they've hit. Kaepernick's audible to all 3 of these. This is a 3-step drop, slant pattern to your left. Jennings misses a tackle, and you forget Manningham was even here. A key player in a Super Bowl champion New York Giants drive last year. Got a lot of great players on this football team.
The great catch, the throw by Eli, the defining image from Super Bowl 46. 1 touchdown thus far this year. Gore pulled down by an angry Urlacher right around the 10.
That's the 3rd time I've seen that wham play. Nate Collins, that time number 93, never sees the fullback coming. They're dropping houses on Chicago Bears. They never see some of these plays coming. And they have Chicago completely off balance.
Wow. Look at that number. That's obscene for a matchup of division leaders. Kaepernick in trouble. Got away. And was he able to throw it before he stepped out of bounds? Let's see.
Not a lot of people get away from Julius Peppers. That time Kaepernick does a great job. Let's see the call here.
He said
ball beyond the line of scrimmage.
Yep, incomplete pass.
3rd down.
Just look at the mobility of Kaepernick. Julius Peppers, number 90, has him. Collins, number 93, has him. The Chicago Bears are saying, who is this number 7? I told you remind me of a young Randall Cunningham.
And we're seeing the awareness. They're going to play like that. Instead of the 5-yard loss, he's out of the pocket. I can roof it, throw it away, and live for 3rd and 6. Scanning, rolling, throwing, touchdown, Crabtree.
That's an amazing play by Crabtree and Kaepernick in this offensive line. That wasn't by design. They want to throw a quick stick out to Kaepernick's right. Nobody's open. And you have to know as a receiver, when Colin Kaepernick is your quarterback, we have to have a scramble drill. Watch Kaepernick look to his right. Nobody's there. He resets. The protection holds up. And Michael Crabtree continues to make great strides as a San Francisco 49er.
How good was that look? And how atypical is it for a guy in his first start? 1, 2, 3. I'm going to buy some time over here. And I know I got Crabtree running around.
Wow.
All Niners tonight. Not bad for a guy who ran a wing tee offense in high school. DVD sent out of his best hits in high school. No scholarship offers. Can earn one now.
What a show he's put on. There might be some quarterback controversies in the Bay Area when we leave. We always stir it up, Mike.
Mr. Chatter, 27-0. Hester from 5 deep. And Devin Hester takes it out to the 25-yard line. Back to that touchdown.
Well, he gets all the way backside. He wants to throw a quick out to Vernon Davis, or he wants to throw it into the flat. But watch what happens when Crabtree goes in motion on the backside. See if we can show it to you here. He's going to look to his right the whole way. Number 15, Crabtree goes in motion. Nobody open. He resets. Crabtree sees him in trouble and breaks to the back pylon. Not often you see a rookie quarterback show that kind of poise and the ability to get all the way backside to his third and fourth options. Great work.
Michael Bush, the running back. And Campbell's throw is complete. Brandon Marshall heard from right by the 35-yard line. Catch number 1 on the night for Marshall.
It's like the way San Francisco gets to the ball. You see Marshall. Watch how many 49ers are there when he catches this ball. There's Whitner, Terrell Brown. Here comes Bowman. Here comes Goldson. Got to run to the ball. It'll be a great defense.
Bush to carry, and Michael Bush takes it to the 40-yard line. Signed a 4-year deal here. One of the additions in this offseason with the Bears, along with Brandon Marshall, who he's been targeted more than a third of the times the Bears have thrown it this year.
I just want to know whatever happened to Earl Bennett. Where's the tight end? The ball distribution in this Bear pass offense goes through Interstate 15, and that's it. They need to find some other contributors in this passing game.
First down for the 40. It's Bush for just a couple of yards. We know that Jay Cutler out with the concussion tonight, and Marshall from their Denver days, such a good team and such a good rhythm. They're always on the same page, and there's great trust between the two of them. And you know, Jason Campbell say he hit that long shot downfield to Marshall last Sunday night when he came in. So it's easy to trust a guy who can go up and get it like that.
Surprised Forte's not in. Great receiver. He could be working underneath against some of these linebackers, perhaps.
Campbell, as the pocket collapse, takes off in the middle of the field. Jason Campbell took a massive shot from Carlos Rogers at the 45-yard line.
Carlos Rogers, the ex-Auburn Tiger, right, was Jason Campbell's teammate and good friend with the Washington Redskins. He said, I never got to compete against Carlos Rogers. Well, feel this, Jason Campbell. 2 Auburn Tigers greet each other at midfield. Rogers wins.
Campbell said, first time we've been on the field, both playing against each other. They run to the right with Bush, gets nothing. Of course, both Washington Redskins, as Campbell started his career there as a first-round pick, and Rogers was there for the first 6 years of his career. That was some talented Auburn team. I think back to those days as great backfield, Cadillac and Ronnie Brown back there with Jason Campbell.
Sure was.
Good to welcome the Bears into Niners. 37 minutes into the game. Screen set up for Bush. Bush down the numbers on that screen to the 26-yard line. 19 on the game for Chicago.
Well, they caught the 49ers in one of these predator blitzes, I call them. That time they drop Aldon Smith, and they bring the linebacker to the right side of the formation. It's still a four-man rush, but the 49ers have the perfect play called on a screen pass. See if they can get something and finish a drive.
No Marshall here. Devin Hester to the bottom. Forte back in. What a play that was by Ahmad Brooks. He just reached out with his arm. John did a flag down as well. And he was hanging on to Forte.
Holding, offense, number 62.
Penalties killed the
10-yard
Chicago
penalty.
Bears.
Repeat, first down.
Offensive line penalties. Rochelle has had numerous penalties this year. Karimi at right tackle has had 8 penalties. And when you fall behind in the down and distance and you struggle to pass protect, Aldon Smith's antennas go up. He can't wait to rush the passer. Fortunately for Chicago, he's not in the game right now. Hagens, number 51, is giving him a blow.
Clark Hagens, former Steeler and Cardinal, veteran. They'll draw it with Forte on first and long, and Navarro Bowman waits along with Dobbs.
Had Urlacher tell us last night, Mike, who's the best linebacker on the field? We asked him. He said it's Navarro Bowman of the San Francisco 49ers. Watch this play on a draw play. This is one-on-one with Matt Forte now. Get off a block and strike him. How about that tackle?
Then when he quickly adds second, of course, to Briggs. My own guy's playing the best, but right behind him, it gives you a sense of the respect for the third-year man out of Penn State, Navarro Bowman. Great season, all-pro type season. Campbell, second and 19, throws too tall for Jeffrey, and incomplete.
These are low percentage routes, outside breaking routes when you have a backup quarterback and a receiver that's missed 5 games with a broken hand. Timing pattern to the outside. We had a hard time completing these with Brett Favre and Sterling Sharp in their prime. These are very difficult cuts to complete with 2 men that haven't worked much together.
Monday Night Football record, by the way, for an individual is 4.5 sacks. Aldon Smith has 4 so far tonight.
Oh, no.
Puts the pile right into Campbell. Ball knocked out from behind and slapped out of bounds. Ahmad Brooks came around to get the quarterback. Karimi batted the ball out of bounds, and Campbell injured on the play.
Well, Aldon Smith just took Jamarcus Webb right into the quarterback's lap. There's nowhere to step up. He bull rushes Jamarcus Webb, and Brooks comes from the backside, and this is not even close.
Got that shoulder driven into the ground. Karimi bats that ball illegally out of bounds. That's what the flag is. But the main concern is Campbell going down as Brooks takes him right down on that shoulder. Josh McCown is the backup for the Bears tonight. He was just signed this week. There's medical staff surrounding Jason Campbell in conversation, trying to get a sense for where the pain is, how he's feeling. Not very good after Brooks landed on him.
I think the 49ers learned a lot from last week's lackluster tie against the Rams. They didn't have their edge, and tonight they do.
John, I couldn't catch the announcement from the referee, Tony Correnti. But the Bears offense coming back on the field here with Campbell. As the ball's in the 26, there was an illegal push in the back. The flag that we thought was the batting. There was a player who wasn't trying to recover the ball himself. An illegal push in the back, so a penalty on the 49ers, not the illegal batting out of bounds, will give a first down to the Bears. Karimi was going to get the ball. Aldon Smith pushes him in the back.
Boy.
And we'll bring in Jerry Austin in a second to explain that. So at the 26-yard line, the Bears keep possession. There is Campbell back in the game, throwing tall for Jeffrey and incomplete. All right, Jerry, we were talking during that timeout about illegal batting out of bounds.
If you bat the ball backwards, it's not a foul. And if you push a player in an attempt to get at the ball, that's not a foul either. And that's what you could say there. The 49er player is attempting to get at the ball. He goes in that direction. Therefore, that's not a foul either.
So you don't think that was a foul?
I do not.
Okay. And it was, and extends this drive for the Bears. And because of that, Campbell stays in the game. Run with Forte up the middle to the 23-yard line.
You're looking at me like you want me to say something, Mike. I don't like that call at all. How do you give Chicago the ball back after a possession like that?
Jim Harbaugh continuing that conversation with the two officials over on his sideline. In any case, 2 plays, pick up the 3 yards, 3rd and 7. Here's Smith again.
They're going to stunt at the bottom of the screen. I feel it every time Forte's offset that way.
Forte didn't get him. Pass complete on Davis for the first down at the 14. What you didn't see was the shot that came Aldon Smith.
This isn't fair to Jason Campbell. It's not fair to anybody that plays quarterback for the Chicago Bears. Campbell's getting hit. Nobody's blocking anybody right now. I'd be really upset if I were Jason Campbell. These are car wrecks.
Smith passing Von Miller, who's had a great run of sacks over his last 4 games. Miller has 13 for the Broncos. Now Aldon Smith 13 and a half. Forte. He's right into the waiting arms of Bowman.
Navarro Bowman. You see where he came from to make that play. It's a design cutback. They're trying to fool Bowman. But watch him read the cutback and just run down Matt Forte with ease. Look at him. I got to get the film of this game and send it to some of my linebacker coaching friends.
You're watching their offense. The 9-tackle performance from Willis strong inside as well. Campbell flushed, pumps, throws end zone. Marshall goes up and gets it for a Chicago touchdown.
Great play by Brandon Marshall, and you have to tip your hat to Jason Campbell. He's been hammered repeatedly in this game. That time he barely gets away from Justin Smith, who has a sack. And Brandon Marshall, who's running an inside under route, does what Michael Crabtree just did earlier, make a scramble play adjustment and go up and get it. But it comes back to that penalty,
yes,
Mike, that Jerry Austin is saying really wasn't a penalty. Too bad you can't challenge that.
For Marsh, reception number 8 on the season. And Robbie Gould on for the extra point. That's something you said you'd like to see, like to be able to challenge penalties, not just scoring plays or turnovers.
Can't take your 2 challenge flags to your graves, Mike.
You want to use them every game, wouldn't you?
I want to use all of them.
Bears on the board. Brandon Marshall's 8th of the year, a 74-yard drive capped off with that score. Thanksgiving weekend, Panthers and the Eagles won't. They've been terrible this year, but we'll see them on Monday night, 8:30 Eastern. See if Cam Newton can get going. Panthers have found ways to lose close games throughout. And the Eagles all banged up. Don't know if we'll see Vic or Foles, Deshaun Jackson, Jeremy Maclin try to make something happen next Monday night in Philadelphia, 8:30 Eastern. Well, 27-7, 3:43 left. You got a chance.
Got a chance. Got to get a turnover.
Forced turnovers all season, 30 of them. Surprising Ginn's bringing it out from that deep.
Oh, boy. There's Costanzo, number 52, the grinder we talked about pregame. He just ran through his old team and delivered a shot to the 49ers. Teddy Ginn, what a play.
Kaepernick's been great tonight. He's back on the field when you come back. San Francisco 49ers lost to Minnesota on the road by 11. Lost to the Giants here, 26-3, and then the tie last week against St. Louis, 6-2-1. Kendall Hunter on the first down toss. A terrific block ahead of the play by Bruce Miller gave him that edge for about 8 yards.
Very creative toss offense. They motion Delaney Walker out of the backfield. He seals the edge. You see Bryce Miller, number 49, get the kick out. It's just great design by the San Francisco 49ers, and I can't say it enough. They have more running plays in their offense than any team in football. They could play a doubleheader tonight and not get the most of their stuff.
Second and 2 throw. Kaepernick taking a shot towards Vernon Davis again. Just a step away as he got separation from Chris Conklin.
Look down there on that field, Coach Harbaugh. He has some West Coast offensive roots and the history of the 49ers on that sideline sheet. He also has some of his history on that sheet, running the football, just like he learned from Mike Ditka when he was with the Chicago Bears. But one common theme, Mike, they can finesse you, they can blast you, they have a bevy of backs, and if you haven't seen it, there's no way you can prepare for it. And the Bears are getting a lot of things they've never seen tonight.
3rd and 2, rolling everybody in the right. Crabtree. He's going to be wrapped up shy of the first down. It's a good play coming across the field. And now the fisticuffs after the play with Peanut Tillman on the sideline with Crabtree. As the clock continues to run.
Nice play by Tillman, just a speed out to the right. Tillman takes the perfect break on the ball and gets Crabtree just short of the first down. And let's see if Devin Hester can do something here, Mike. That's what Lovie Smith said last night. It's about time for the greatest returner of all time to step up on the national stage. Let's see what the Bears do to try to get Hester a chance to return the ball. Look at these up backs. There's 3 deep Chicago Bears looking for double teams.
Yeah, the Bears dropped 2 players off the line there trying to pick off Niners in midfield as Andy Lee puts good hang time on it. Hester going to catch it at the 28. Trying to retreat to set up some space. Trying to get to a wall. Going to get to Oakland if he keeps going that way.
Jermaine Brock, what a play. 49ers have a number of outstanding special teams players. Dobbs, Brock, McBeth, Dixon. There's nowhere to go.
(27-7) Niners. Aldon Smith has 4 sacks. A guy who reminds you, John, of someone who was here when you were an assistant coach with the 49ers.
Yeah, when I was here for that 1 year, we had this guy named Charles Haley, and he gave the 49ers a 4th quarter pass rush to close out the other team when they had to score in a 2-minute drill to catch up. But Charles Haley reminds me so much of Aldon Smith because of that great inside move that he possesses. And I ask you, what are the criteria to get into this Hall of Fame? If you're Charles Haley, how's he not in there?
You think he should be in? 5-time Super Bowl champ, great sack man. As you know, the Hall of Fame isn't just on stats. It's a conversation that goes on with the writers Super Bowl week. Charles Haley was not the perfect citizen. A lot of conversation always goes on around him. Terrific ability, as you said, to rush the passer and end games. 1 yard for Bush on the carry. Bowman with the stop. Here's the 4-sack performance from Aldon Smith tonight.
These are just incredible displays of power and effort. That time he just stays alive. He has owned Jamarcus Webb all night long. Stunts, bull rushes, inside moves. He's gone on both sides. He made Gabe Karimi look like Harry Houdini. Made him disappear. Unbelievable performance by Aldon Smith.
Second and 9 with Campbell. And it's complete with a Devin Hester reception. A couple of yards shy of the first down. So add the 4 tonight. Aldon Smith has 27.5 sacks. Talk about coming into the NFL, your first couple of seasons since it became an official individual stat in '82. That's Canton Company.
Mike, he didn't even play in their base defense last year. People got to remember his rookie year, all 16 regular season games. This young man didn't even play in the base defense. That's how good he is. That's how rare his stuff is. Like we said last time we saw him, he is a unique freak.
It's 3rd and 3. Smith coming inside, hits Campbell as he throws an interception. Deshaun Goldson, 3rd of the year.
Down goes Campbell again, and it's that dreaded tackle in stunt in the pregame show. If you can't step up in the pocket as a quarterback, you have no chance. But watch Justin Smith attract a double team, and you're going to see Aldon Smith get right into Jason Campbell's face again with this TE stunt. If I were Jason Campbell, I can't wait to get back to Chicago. This game can't end soon enough.
Great season last year in terms of interceptions for Goldson. With 6, he has 3 already. Here in 2012, up 20, taking over in Bear territory. Kaepernick escaping and running out of bounds to the 32-yard line. I just want to get back to one other point, John, on Aldon Smith, and we talked about his pressure there and those numbers that we put up, the sacks on Jason Campbell tonight. Those were full season totals with Reggie White, who started in the USFL, and then Derek Thomas. Aldon Smith still has plenty of games to go this year. 27-7, off we go to the 4th.
Intensity, perfection, intimidation. The great thing about being a defensive player, when you're hitting somebody, it's all about the finish.
And the hitting's been done by the Niners defense tonight. Limiting the Bears. Controlling the game, Colin Kaepernick. And San Francisco up 20 to start the 4th, and Frank Gore with the carry for about 1.5 yards. Mike Tirico, John Gruden, Lisa Salters here in San Francisco. And you see Lott, and we saw Dick Butkus in the open of the show. And John, these two long-time franchises that it's great when these teams are good. And this matchup, it's funny, when they've played out here, the Niners have kicked the Bears' tail back to Chicago over and over.
Oh, the numbers don't lie.
Trying to make it 5 of 7. They played a couple of Monday nights, and they've been blowouts over the last few decades in favor of the 49ers. Gore with the run. Got the first down again to the 22-yard line.
49ers can do so many things. That time it's a counter play with Vernon Davis and Mike Iupati leading it out of the shotgun. Just gashing people. Underneath handoff. Frank Gore, his excellence. Mike, there's a running back that's vastly underrated when you look at statistics.
That's what Urlacher said last night when we talked to him. And he doesn't understand why Frank Gore's not more appreciated, not more talked about amongst the elite backs of the NFL. A 20 first down throw. Israel Adonijah on the chase. Kaepernick throws to Delaney Walker, and it's incomplete.
This mobility of Colin Kaepernick has sports writers across the country trying to describe it. I mean, Israel Adonijah is an outstanding inside pass rusher, and I saw him get away from Peppers. That time he makes Adonijah look bad. They haven't been close to Kaepernick. He's done a great job tonight, feeling pressure and escaping pressure.
I was kind of surprised this week when you put out the Randall Cunningham comparison, but you really see it over a full game from a skill set, if not even more polished at this point. Hunter to the right. Anthony Davis couldn't give him any room with that block because he was pushed in the backfield and lost for a couple of yards.
I just love to watch Urlacher and Briggs and these Bears compete. 27-7, fourth quarter. Just watch them run to the ball. They don't care. 54 and 55. Where the game is, what the score is. Find a guy with a ball and bring him down. Amazing professional players. 34 years old. Urlacher, 8 Pro Bowls. Briggs having an MVP season. You got to credit the effort.
Third and 12. Pressure coming. Davis bounces off the tackle and fights a yard shy of the first down as Major Wright stayed with Vernon.
How about this throw, Mike? They got the double A gap pressure coming right up the gut. One of these Bears is going to be free, and Kaepernick just stands right in the fire and makes a brilliant throw. What do you want to see him do next?
Davis, who had only 9 catches his last 4 games, half dozen here tonight. 4th and 1, up 20. Instead of the field goal, it's up 23. They'll go for it, or at least look that way.
You got to be kidding me. That's Leonard Davis, a 370-pound lineman that shifted as a wideout.
San Francisco.
Maybe they're just trying to get him to draw offside. Look at Davis. You didn't think they were going to throw it to him, did you?
I never know.
ESPN's Monday Night Football is brought to you by Assassin's Creed 3. In stores now. Jaguar. See the new model year lineup at JaguarUSA.com. LG. Life's good. And NFLShop.com. For a limited time, get free shipping on all orders at the official store of the NFL.
Aerial coverage tonight brought to you by DirecTV. 32-yard field goal coming. David Akers, good from 32 and 37 earlier. And that one sneaks in. His 3rd of the night. 30-7 Niners. People in Wisconsin, the Packer fans up there enjoying watching this. The Bears and the Packers could be tied atop the NFC North when you go to bed. And, of course, the Bears lost to the Packers the opening or second week of the season, I should say, on a Thursday night. They meet again December 6th. Kicks to Hester. Ball out. And then squirms away to the right of that pile. So Eric Weems pulling Delaney Walker's leg out of there. Jim Harbaugh keeps Chris Culver, his defensive back, away from any further penalty. The ball belongs to the Bears. They got it back.
It was a fumble. Ball was recovered by Chicago. First down.
Sherrick McManus may have been the last to come out with it for the Bears.
I think you're right. Good effort by the former Houston Texan.
08 was the last time the Hester fumbled a kickoff return. Just return game has not had the sizzle that it has in past years.
And Mike, you look out on that 49er defense, as we said earlier, they just do not substitute. Here comes Ricky Jean-Francois into the game, but a lot of these 49er defenders go wire to wire.
Yeah. Well, the Bears, coming out of that fumble, had to take a timeout as they had some personnel issues on their side. So timeout Bears before their first down play. Well, we showed you the NFC North. Over here in the West, Jim Harbaugh's team trying to slide up to 7-2-1. It was such an odd situation with the Rams, the tie, and we've talked about guys didn't know that there wasn't a second overtime period. A few of them, there was some confusion. It just always factors in an odd way in the standings, but a win here, and there'll be a game and a half clear of Seattle in the West, with Arizona 4-6 and the Rams, who lost to the Jets yesterday, 3-6-1. You kind of look at this Niners team, the way they play here tonight, and you look back at last week, and it's hard to figure. A hard-nosed St. Louis team, but one you thought the Niners would be in a much better situation. Campbell's taking some hits, taking off.
Only gets a couple of yards, and the flag is down. You see the Niners sideline yelling for it. They got it.
Holding, offense, number 62. 10-yard penalty, repeat, first down.
Rachel again. And holding calls are just as troublesome as sacks. They throw you way behind in a down and distance, and you be the judge yourself.
Rachel, the former 49er, going up against his old team. Eric Weems is in the game at receiver. That's because Alshon Jeffrey went out in the last series, right knee injury, and done for the night. Forte, what a play by Willis. With a blocker there, one-handed, he brought down Matt Forte.
He's possessed tonight. You know, if you're a lineman that gets out to lead a screen, you can't come out here gingerly. You better get ready for action, because number 52 just comes downhill and blows this screen up. But Lance Lewis needs to get out there with some urgency, and that's the level of intensity that Patrick Willis is playing with. He's ruining the perimeter offense of the Bears tonight.
That Lewis tap on the center's leg to let him know he's ready to go. We're ready to go get the quarterback. Justin Smith and Alden Smith combo on Campbell, and Alden continues to ring the register.
They're trying to put Alden Smith in Canton tonight. They can't single block Alden Smith, and he just comes right off the right side and dominates Gabe Karimi again. I've never seen acts of dominance like this in the National Football League in some time. That's how Reggie White used to do it in his prime. Who is Alden Smith? Is that 5, Mike?
Well, they gave that whole sack to Justin Smith. There was one they should have shared earlier, so that's about right. They got their balance sheet straight at the end of the day. Bears take their second time out of the series. So, Guru, I was down on the field before the game talking to a couple of the doctors from the 49ers and looking around, because next year's the last year they're going to play here in Candlestick before they move. I said, I'm going to miss this place. It was great. And they go, no, stop. Everybody's saying that now. They're nostalgic about this old place. Now they're going to shut her down. After so many years of complaining that it is not a facility to handle the modern game. They did give a half sack to Alden Smith and Justin Smith. So Alden now is 4.5. Look out! He forced a fumble. It is picked up. It's fumbled forward. And that describes the Bears' night. One big mess.
The Smith brothers, the San Francisco Smith brothers, are unstoppable. Karimi again beaten badly to the inside, and I'm just shocked that Chicago doesn't hand the ball off and try to get out of here with a healthy quarterback.
Alden was going that way. Meantime, the ball comes out. And Shiloh Rachel, for a second, doesn't know what to do, to fall on it or what, and then kind of moves it forward. And here's the call from Tony Corretti.
There was a fumble on the play, illegal batting by an offensive player who was out of the end zone. He threw a ball actually forward, which is an incomplete pass. It will be 4th down. 4th down.
Justin Smith on one side, Alden Smith on the other. We heard Dante Whitner tell us the other day, Mike, we didn't have our edge last week. We got a sharp edge tonight.
Oh, boy, they do. Did that happen in the end zone or out of the end zone?
Because it was a forward pass, we're going to go intentional grounding against the offense with the loss of down. That makes it 4th down at the half-yard line.
Okay, so they say that the forward pass / bat happened outside the goal line, so no safety for the flag in the end zone. You get a knee down with contact back, and Jim Harbaugh if he so chooses. Well, he's trying to see if he can challenge this play.
San Francisco is challenging the ruling on the field that the pass was not from the field of play.
They're back in the end zone, which is what we were talking about before, if it should have been a safety.
What's up, Stuart Scott with you. Coming up, Sports Center, the GMC postgame report. We will break down Colin Kaepernick's breakout performance, top 10 NFL plays from Week 11, and Ed Reed, future Hall of Famer, suspended. All the latest details. Mike, back up to you guys.
All right, Stuart, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. See you, Trent Dilfer, and Steve Young on the postgame. Tony Correnti's under the hood looking at this play. See if, in fact, it was a safety with Rachel in the end zone with possession as he was contacted by a Niner.
The play, the offensive lineman who recovered the football was down by contact in the end zone. Therefore, it is a safety. There is no foul for intentional grounding. With the game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 9:32. 9:32. San Francisco will not be charged with a timeout.
You might remember there was a play in the Thursday night game against Seattle, similar end zone, where Jim Harbaugh could have challenged the ruling, and it could have been a couple of points for his team. Instead, he chose to take the ball and get out of here. That was of some interest to some folk watching this game, or that game, I should say.
I think there's a lot more problems in Chicago right now than this play. Right tackle Gabe Karimi has had no answer for Aldon Smith. Remember, Karimi went down last year in the second game with a serious knee injury. He played left tackle at Wisconsin for 49 games, and the transition to the right side has been. But Jason Campbell has been rocked tonight by the Smith brothers. And there's the ringleader.
32-7. So the free kick via the Podlish punt. And Ted Ginn with a head of steam from the 15. Returns it to the 37-yard line. So on that sack, by the way, John, each Smith gets a half sack. Back-to-back plays that happened, and the safety makes it 32-7. Give Ray McDonald the credit for the tackle of Rachel in the end zone.
I like talking to Jonathan Goodwin, the center of the 49ers, yesterday. Remember, he was the quarterback for Drew Brees and the World Championship team. He said, wow, is this a different offense I'm in now?
Kaepernick gives to Kendall Hunter, gains a yard. Well, Aldon Smith with that half sack there, and that'll get him to 5 sacks here for the night. 28.5 in the first 26 career games, most by a player since they started counting individual sacks in his first 26 games. And I thought the point that you made was very interesting early on. He was truly just in that nickel pass rush last year.
Yeah, and that's 50% of the snaps that he missed last season. But Vic Fangio, Coach Harbaugh brought him along the right way, and he's got greatness ahead of him.
2nd and 9, Kaepernick out and throwing, and throws it away and incomplete. So you know the question, it's about 8.5 minutes away. What happens when Alex Smith's ready to play?
Well, they got a good problem in San Francisco. Let's put it that way. You know, Alex Smith has completed 26 out of his last 28 passes, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. They got a good problem. They've got 2 athletic quarterbacks that above the neck are very smart, that can handle a variety of different plays, audibles.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill. Over. Let it roll, let it roll.
Gore on the carry. So Alex Smith, from a contract standpoint, this will be very interesting here down the line, because April 1's an interesting date in terms of money owed to Alex Smith. Kaepernick's number is low because he's a 2nd-round pick in the more salary cap friendly collective bargaining agreement. So there's been a lot of talk of when Colin Kaepernick is ready. Was he drafted to be the heir apparent? But as you said, Jim Harbaugh, he got Alex Smith, and he has turned his career around and won. So it's going to be very dicey of how they deal with this.
No question. He's won 20 out of his last 26 starts. And if I'm the 49ers, I keep both of them. Economically, it's an easy thing to do. You never have enough good quarterbacks.
Smith's on the roster with a $7.5 million base. It's guaranteed for next year. Hester fields it at the 3. And look who's down there covering on special teams in the 32.
Are you kidding me? Navarro Bowman hasn't come off the field all night, and now he's on the punt team. He runs 55 yards down the field and takes down Devin Hester. You're watching at home. Navarro Bowman, number 55. Watch him come out of the screen here. Left side of the screen. He's going to go find Hester. It's an amazing football player. You don't see that often, Mike.
Bears offense, 46 plays, 96 yards tonight. And only 2 more there on the carry for Matt Forte. Chicago will be turning to the Jay Cutler injury situation and see if he is ready to go next week. Looks like Lance Lewis is slow to get up as he got tangled with the pile on that run by Forte. Lewis, their 7th round pick in 2009. They stopped the game, so he has to come out for a play. And Chris Spencer, former Seahawk first rounder, comes in for him.
Out of these Bear offensive linemen in progress, some playing out of position, but they have not played well tonight.
Forte, but you see just a small thing there as he turns the corner, made a lot out of that run. How far Gabe Karimi gets pushed back just on that play right there.
Yeah, they have not done anything well tonight. Run block, pass block, they've committed penalties. But the left tackle, Webb, has played right tackle. He's played left tackle. Karimi was a left tackle at Wisconsin. He's making the adjustment to right tackle. Garza was a long-time guard. He's converting to center. And Rochelle was a right guard only at USC in San Francisco, and he's playing left guard. I'm confused.
3rd and 1, they'll run it and get a first down. Forte at the 19-yard lines. We go under 6.5 here left in regulation.
But we saw Jay Cutler get hit, Mike, against Ndamukong Suh.
Right.
Yep. We saw him get hit last week against Houston. We're seeing Campbell get hit hard tonight. Forte has made against good defenses. Houston, San Francisco. I don't care how many turnovers the Bears generate and how many peanut punch T-shirts they sell. If they don't start blocking people and moving the ball more effectively on offense, they're going to struggle.
The pass went over Kellen Davis, but to the hands of Devin Hester for the catch. A couple shy of the first down. We mentioned the Vikings come up next Sunday, back-to-back at Soldier Field. That Seahawks defense is very difficult to deal with, especially their corners. Then to Minnesota. That's another situation, playing the same opponent twice in 3 weeks. It's happening 3 times this year in the NFL. And then a game that'll have a lot on the line in all likelihood against the Packers at Soldier Field. The Cards and the Lions to close. Forte on the shotgun run gets to the 33-yard line. First down picked up by the Bears. Now try to go no huddle here. They have not gotten a lot of production out of their tight end position this year. We saw that pass go over Kellen Davis's head. That's something that's missing in this offense as well. Hester with the catch, second one on this drive.
You know, Mike Martz took a lot of criticism for the pass protection, not using the tight end. And a lot of similar things have happened to this team. They're still getting no production from the tight end, and they're getting sacked at an alarming rate. They have to make progress quick. It's Bowman again.
Throwing Forte to the ground. Forward progress gives him the first down.
There's certain linebackers that are comfortable in any situation. Physical, point of attack, run defense. Playing against backs in space. Open formations. Bowman's one of those linebackers. Put him on and he'll be productive.
Interesting. In dime situations, 6 days on the field. Yeah. And Patrick Willis, guy who's been in the league and gone to the Pro Bowl every year he's been in, 5 in a row, he's the one who comes out. With Jean-Francois. As they bring down Forte. Clark Hagan's also there, and that's the one concern that you've had about this San Francisco defense going forward is their depth. They don't have the third pass rusher, and in a game like you were talking about Charles Haley, where you need that extra pass rusher.
Oh, they lost Paris Harrelson, a very good outside edge rusher in the preseason. Got to hope they stay healthy, because if they do, they're in business.
Shot towards Marshall. Couldn't come down and complete the catch.
And I give Vic Fangio a lot of credit, because when he came here, some of these 49er players weren't productive, and Terrell Brown is one of them. He was an off and on corner prior to Fangio getting here, and secondary coach Ed Donatel comes in, vast experience. He got Terrell Brown to play great. And that same thing happened with Ray McDonald, a couple of these other San Francisco 49ers. Sometimes a change in coordinators, just a little bit different viewpoint, can turn a kid around, and Terrell Brown's played great tonight.
Campbell's throw complete. Davis a yard shy of the first down. It'll be 4th down with 2:55 to go. And John, you just mentioned Ed Donatel, the secondary coach. Jim Leavitt, the former South Florida coach, is the linebacker coach here on the offensive side. The former Niner Tom Rathman. John Morton, the wide receiver coach. There's a very good staff that Jim Harbaugh's assembled here the last 2 years as well.
There's no question about it. And a lot of the head coaches, I remember when we won games, I got credit for winning, but we had a great assistant coaching staff. And from top to bottom, the 49ers are good there as well.
They'll run Armando Allen trying to get the first down, and he's stopped shy of the line, and the Niners will take over on downs with 2:18 to go.
Disappointing road trip for Lovie Smith. This was the kind of game we just sensed last night he was excited to get into. You know, the physical game, power running from the 49ers against what we do best in Chicago, defend to run. And he'll go back, make some corrections, and get ready for that final stretch. He's got a lot of good players. Hopefully Jay Cutler gets well quickly.
Yeah, he said very similar teams, similar philosophies. They win games how we like to win games. You see Marshall a little agitated on the sideline. And trying to keep him away from some sort of a situation over there. For Anthony Dixon to the 49-yard line will take us down to the 2-minute
agents that they signed. Whatever happened to Brandon Jacobs? They draft JaMychal James out of Oregon. There's a lot of outstanding 49ers that can't even get a helmet to dress in.
Because the guys who got those helmets and got the game jerseys played pretty well tonight.
Yes, they did.
Start to finish, led by the first start for Colin Kaepernick. 2-minute warning. From the Bay Area, GMC postgame show coming up on SportsCenter. As soon as we're done, San Francisco going to hit the road here at New Orleans. Huge game next week. Saints starting to put it together at 5-5. This is the time of the year where you like everybody after tonight has played 10 games. No more bye weeks. Here we go. Start with Thanksgiving. 6 weeks of the season to determine the 12 teams who make the tournament. Trying to get to New Orleans to the Super Bowl. So many great Monday nights here in San Francisco over the years. Niners, rest of the way. There you go. Saints and Rams on the road. Back here for the Dolphins. Huge game with the Patriots in Foxborough. And then 2 division games to close it out.
A lot of road games there. And, you know, in this league, when you're a good team like the 49ers, I think they got a wake-up call last week against the Rams. You are going to get everybody's best shot. You might as well give them your best shot, and that's just what they've done to Chicago tonight.
To the very last snap, Kaepernick has been in complete command and control in his first NFL start. With 243 yards passing. That ties the most by a 49er quarterback making his first NFL start. Jeff Garcia also hit that mark. That was back in 1999. It's Tennessee.
No turnovers, Mike. I think that's a credit to him. That's a credit to the 49er offensive football team. They knew Chicago. Took it away 30 times. They made an emphasis this week, obviously, to not turn it over and give the Bears a short field. And if we do that, we'll win. That's just what they've done. And it's a credit to the young quarterback. Hard to do.
Take a timeout, maximizing the clock. We talk about this being the penultimate year here at Candlestick. One more year next year, and then the new stadium. We're by their headquarters in Santa Clara. All that stuff from the ground up, all that steel work has happened since the season started. Moving fast, as you would expect. $1.2 billion stadium, close proximity to Silicon Valley, great technology, environmentally sound, good fan-friendly design. They'll be there in a couple of years, and an announcement coming tomorrow. The Santa Clara Stadium Authority and the Niners going to make a major announcement. The first non-NFL event in that new building secured the Kraft Fight Hunger Bowl, televised on our network. Going to be home there in 2014 and beyond. Things moving quick over there in Santa Clara with the new stadium. Did the Bears jump?
Neutral zone infraction, number 97 defense.
Could be almost a fitting end to this game. A mistake-filled game for Chicago.
Will still remain 4th down.
Be a 4.5-yard penalty now.
Yeah, no, I thought it was 4th and 3, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was 4th and 3. John, as they sort this out, we talked about the 30 turnovers that the Bears have caused this year.
There's a correction on the field. The 5-yard penalty will result in a 1st down.
And that'll seal it. Every game this year, the Bears have forced turnovers and forced multiple turnovers, and you see what happens when they don't get them here tonight. Playing on long fields with an offense that was without its leader, and got cleaned out by the Niners.
They have to play a lot better on offense, without a doubt.
So for those who like to count such things, it's 7-2-1. The Niners have the 2nd best record in the NFC. Only Atlanta with a better mark. Bears are tied with the Packers at 7-3 in the NFC North.
How you doing, man?
What a night for Colin Kaepernick in his first NFL start. We talk about a good draft paying off. The 2011 draft, where they took Colin Kaepernick in the 2nd round and Aldon Smith in the 1st round. Those 2 players with massive impacts on this 32-7 win. A turnover-free night for the 49ers. We hope you enjoy Thanksgiving. The family, the football, the good food, and friends. We'll see you on Monday to wrap up the week with the Eagles and the Panthers. John Gruden, Alicia Salters, our great Monday Night crew, Mike Tirico. So long from San Francisco. This has been a presentation of ESPN, and so is SportsCenter. Next.
ESPN thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.